Hello, it's Talon631 here with the first of hopefully many more videos. I've worked in public safety for over 30 years, first as a paramedic working in the inner city of Minneapolis, and currently for the past 20 years I've been working as a Florida certified police officer. I have been fortunate enough to work on several specialty units including police motorcycle and canine, both as a dog handler and as unit supervisor. I noticed over the years though, as a new policeman and new officers coming out, that we don't have a lot of recommendations as far as equipment, what you might want to add to your trunk as far as additional tools. I thought I'd just start with forcible entry and lock bypass. But before you do anything, at least as a sworn police officer, you have to become familiar with your agency's policies on forced entry and prior approval for items you desire to carry which are not issued. With that being said, first of all we'll start with a good bag for your forcible entry kit. I like bags that are adjustable. Now, this one's large enough to accommodate my larger items. They kind of stick out of the back, and it's also adjustable, so it's kind of a handy pack to have to throw in your trunk so you can grab it and go. Now, another additional issue with the ones that are expandables, you don't end up running out and having to buy a new bag every few months because you end up buying more toys and adding more items to your entry kit than you need. But first start with a good bag. I will start large and then go small. So we have first things you're going to want for your truck or patrol cruiser is you're going to want to have a good pair of bolt cutters. These are 18 inches approximately, and they've never let me down. I've been using this I got these like 18 years ago, this particular set, and they're actually have worked out many times getting padlocks or chains off where we had to make entry quickly. Next one is I always like to have something a little bit bigger in my arsenal for getting doors open, forced entry. Sometimes doors are reinforced and such. As a patrol officer, it's not like if you're a SWAT team and you have a warrant and you can prep and all that. Sometimes you just got to kind of fly on the move. So I bought this is the it's made by Stanley, and it's called the Fat Man Extreme. It's a crowbar, and I've an everyday problem. It's got a real good heft to it. I ended up getting it at Home Depot several years ago. It was on clearance, I think, for like 20 bucks. But that makes a sizable, nice forcible entry tool. If you have one. The hooligan tool, you'll see the fire departments carry those. Those are really expensive, but they take up a lot of room, and I think the best bang for your buck would be something about that size. At least that's what I found. Okay, the other item that fall into this area of forcible entry is called the ZAC tool. This has been used by fire departments for a long time. It's not only called the ZAC tool, it's also called a shove knife. And essentially it's for interior entry. So once you're into a house, you can use this to pull back the bolt, or actually force it between the frame and actually the bolt. And they're all nice because as long as it's not a reinforced or exterior door, you can go through doors pretty quickly that are locked inside the house with and do minimal to no damage. So ZAC tool, kind of a handy thing to have. Now I also have another little item I got. I use this for obviously smaller issues, and where you go on a jimmy a real cheap lightwood door. You don't want to use the Fat Boy Extreme there, the Fat Man Extreme. I also use this as a hammer for bumping. I'll show you what bumping is all about in a little while. Now, if you want to carry an item with you all the time, takes a little bit of skill, but learning to pick and jiggle and rake locks is kind of a fun hobby too. This is a set I got by Sparrows. It's the EOD kit, it's called. Very good quality. something you can throw in your pocket and carry around and just keep it in your bag, and if you need it, if you're running around doing undercover assignments or whatever, or intrusion testing, whatever you happen to be doing. It's a nice little kit. It comes with several picks and rakes. And it's made by Sparrows. Now this will have a whole wide variety of jiggler keys, and essentially jiggler keys are keys that are meant to be jiggled, usually in automotive locks. And what you do is you put an automotive lock and then you jiggle, go up and down, back and forth in that motion. I've had not bad success with these. These are very inexpensive Chinese knockoffs. It's kind of a nice thing to have if you don't mind throwing them into your arsenal. You got your jigglers. And here we have, these are like specially trial keys. Hopefully you can see those okay. Now these are for disc locks, double and single-sided warded locks, desk drawers and such. These are auto jigglers too. There's 10 of them, and there's dual sides. So you just kind of try them for each lock until you see if they work, and you do the same motion, jiggle up and down and in and out. This is a shiv. Certain padlocks you can shiv open, bypass the lock mechanism. These are warded keys, very old locks, but you still find them around nowadays. Also, there's other type of shims. These are padlock shims. These basically, you can make these out of pop cans too. You take these and you can slide them down and hit the locking pause. The locks that are unshielded, that are not shielded yet. That was fairly easy to manipulate them and get into padlocks. That's another nice little thing. If you have the money, if you just don't want to get, you know, real fancy and extreme, that's understandable too. And also take your time and set a little money aside and buy some new toys each time if you like that type of thing. Okay, here are bump keys. Okay, I just got 5 cutouts. You can buy these online, and essentially you'll notice they're all kind of shaved down, and what they do is they work on Newton's cradle, kinetic energy. Essentially, you put this in a lock, and then you wrap it. And what this will do is it'll force up all the pin drivers above the serial line, hopefully, and you'll be able to open the lock. This is something I got. This is kind of neat. If you've never seen one of these before, this is works on the same principle as Newton's cradle and the bump key. It's called a lock aid gun. For police officers, this is a great tool. You don't want to spend a lot of time learning a single pin pick or rake a lock open. You can use this. Be aware there's a lot of cheap knockoffs. This one costs about $50. It comes with multiple tension wrenches and different pin types. And let's see if I can show you how it works. Essentially, try to do this for the viewer. Okay. So you're essentially, go this way. Put this directly up against the pins. Hopefully you can see that okay. A little more power. And it also helps to use the right size tension wrench. Okay. All right, try this again here. There we go. It just pops open. On most locks, you'll find it'll work that easy. You just have to hold it level with the pins, and then it's kind of a neat little invention. It's been around for about 40, 50 years. It's not in any way a new invention, but it's worth adding to your kit if you kind of like collecting tools and things. Okay, so there you kind of have it. You got pen tumblers, jigglers, Zac tools. You've got the larger forcible entry items. You got the pocket lockpick kit, and the lockpicks picking and also raking does take a little bit of time and a little bit of concentration, you know, in learning the technique. That locking gun, you know, you don't really have to learn unless you kind of like it. Some people pick locks as a hobby sport. It's actually they try out for different national teams, and they actually go and win money in Europe and such, and here in the States. But well, that's kind of my first video done. If you have any questions, if you like it, please like it. If you have any other questions about police equipment or anything we use or carry or patrol cars, please contact Talon 631, and don't forget to like this. Have a good one, and I always like to tell everyone, for those of you that are not in the profession, thank you for allowing me to serve you. Have a good night now. Bye.